Lisa, can you talk about restoring our true self-worth and self-love in your state of consciousness? How would you define them? Because I know it's not true what our ego defines. It's distorted and based on fear and seeking approval from outside. So I'm interested in how you perceive such concepts like self-worth, self-love, and confidence now after your awakening. Thank you. Yes, self-esteem as such disappears. It's not relevant. Who is judging? Self-esteem. It means you have some qualities which are perfect or not, or less perfect, correct or not correct. And you judge yourself. If I do something good, I'm fine. If I didn't do anything, I'm bad. This is a judgment of ego, the adult persona living in you and judging you. When you're awakening, more and more you're detached from judging yourself. For instance, there was a huge acceptance of my own appearance, because before I was super influenced by what is popular, like how it's popular to look like in society for women, because of the influence. And everyone started to cut their faces. And I also tried to, not cut faces, but inject something when I was 30. And then the more I was surrendering to present moment, it's such a relief, guys, that you just allow yourself to be. You have permission to be not perfect. And sure, I like beauty, I like makeup, I like dressing myself, just because I love the process of making up, for instance. It's my habit. Since childhood, I like, but if in childhood I was wanted to like improve myself and be not myself, now I just want to make it more beautiful and just love the process and love fashion. I like perfumes, I like clothes just because it's beautiful, out of creativity, not out of approval to raise my self-esteem. So this is just feeling, sensation. It's not connected to emotional judgment of I have a because I live here because I'm cool, you know, to show your relatives, show your ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, to reveal this self-confidence as female, male. There is no genders there. So after the degree, I was sharing that I did not know how to flirt, because for me, these social games became awkward. Like the games of pigeons when they like, and like you don't understand like how to react on this, and it's super awkward, like in the zoo, you know. And yeah, and self-esteem is stable, or I would rather say it doesn't exist anymore automatically, because you accept your imperfections. And the miracle is that your body automatically, out of this relaxation, relief, you automatically become more harmonious, let's say so, in your appearance. More harmonious. I won't say beautiful, not beautiful, more harmonized creature in general, and you emit different energies of beauty and relaxation, only because you allowed yourself to be without thinking how about like my look will be appreciated by this society or this community or not. So you don't want to fit in as before, and you are you all the time. And it's interesting that you are you, and you can enter any community, from hippies to some rich people. And I was experimenting with this as well. And you feel completely comfortable with such things. If for my former self, very rich people would create anxiety, to be honest, because I was thinking they're powerful and like mean, you know, or something like that, because I had such a stereotype about rich people. Now I'm completely, I don't care, like what car, what house. So I expanded this allowangness to include everything into myself as a space, because I'm not personality, I'm a space of my life. I'm of the life itself living through the body. So I can allow myself everything. It's a freedom. That's why I'm saying that there's such a freedom to be you. And who are you? You're not even like concrete quality. You are very different, really. You have some general qualities, but they can change. You're very flexible, and adaptability is huge. They say who is the most successful people? People whose psyche has very high adaptability to circumstances. This is success, because such person will survive everywhere, no matter what. Even if someone takes everything from him, he will survive. That's adaptability. So in high state, self-esteem is less and less, let's say so, on the process of your expansion, is influenced by your ego or mind judgments, who you should be and what you must and should. There's nothing like this. More and more allowing yourself to express yourself and be confident everywhere. But again, as your body carries trauma, the body of pain still, it created armor. So you need to break through this armor a little bit with your concrete steps in reality. And then the new neural pathways based on new experiences and confirmation that this is safe and this is good, and it starts exciting me. Such things will make your own, your new, let's say so, upgraded personality, which also will be not you, but your interface. You remember that you have personality, which is just interface to interact with our reality. So from the perspective of ego mind, self-esteem, stable self-esteem, healthy psyche is very hard to maintain. Though some people who achieved success and have some influence in society, I don't think they have bad self-esteem. They are confident, but it's not the inexpensive state of consciousness. And who knows, probably some person like Shakira, who was like betrayed by her husband and like deceived, cheated on, her self-esteem was shaken by such event. Because like there was another woman who is waitress or not superstar, but her husband went to this woman who is not even like so talented or even so beautiful, you know? And how such person will stand this event? If she has ego mind, she will be like angry, like, you know. If she doesn't have ego mind, she will take it as it is and goodbye. So, and her self-esteem will be still good. She doesn't need any like 1 million fans to confirm her worth. And this is freedom. Again, you're not holding anyone in your space. If the personality, the character played the scenario, he lives your life and you're okay with this. But at the same time, also huge acceptance and trust to what's going on. Lisa, I would be very grateful if you could help me with this. I have a strong image of seeing me through the eyes of my mother and who judged me, and people who judged me. It's like I feel so awkward and stiff whenever I'm around people and have this image of a child that is not good enough, carries shame, it's not lovable and not confident and capable in the victim position. I have done so many affirmations and reprogramming, but this self-image just keeps showing up, even when I'm being free and expressing. Only through awakening we can absolutely close the door and open another door. And it's not through even healing your personality, because ego mind can forget about some things, but still the wound will be there if you will be remembering, attaching your emotions to concrete event. You will be again triggering the same emotions again and again. Idea is to leave this perception as such. Perception as you as personality and formed ego, small ego, and shift to being your big spirit, which perceives. And from spirit, without any condemnations, without denials, without suppressed emotions, they're not there. Just flip your perception back to being observer of your life as you were in the very beginning, but you don't remember this. The biggest trauma for everyone in life is the fact that we are born, because limitation of the body is already painful. So integration of the body to the spirit can happen only after awakening and this pure observation and perception again. Then you hear all information which is being downloaded from your spirit straightly to you. You don't have doubts about yourself, what you want, and there is no one who will be doubting your actions. Even if in reality it's being reflected as something went wrong, you're still not self-punishing. You say, interesting, I don't know for what, but it just happens as it happens. You trust in all your choices. You make decisions better because there is a intuition which is 100%, first of all, and there's no doubting where some adult figure inside you who will be supplying nightmares in the form of what if, like over anxiety about future. You just do it without any what if. So if someone is demanding something from you within, like you have to, you should, this is also the same figure. Conscious relaxation of the body in present moment always heals your body automatically out of this automatical tensive reaction. When you go to self-express, I don't know if someone dreams about the stage or something, you train to be relaxed on stage and just allow the body to do whatever body wants. And this comes from the permission for yourself to be, permission for you to exist with all your traits without judging them as awkward, clunky, not beautiful enough. Who said what is beautiful, what not? It's interesting, right? So permission yourself to be and to want what you want, because also very huge problem in spiritual reality that they go into on the path, stepping on the path of harsh austerities. that they are not allowing themselves to want, because enlightened person should lose all his desires. Who even created this? Maybe in super huge, like expanded state of consciousness in samadhi, you are enough, and it's true. But at the same time, if you have energy in the body, if you're not vegetable corpse yet, energy of the body wants to experience, and you want material things just to expand yourself, just to have more sensitive experiences. No ego there who wants this for some ego purposes. If you remember as a child, you wanted a toy to play, but this toy was needed to just research how toy functions, how you will be playing with this toy, how you will be using the toy, what you will be creating with this toy, but not for showing your neighbor what toy you have. When ego rules, it wants to impress everyone around. This is like narcissistic ego. But it all disappears when you really understand that this is cool, I like it, I have response, I have click, I'm going there. This is not interesting, I'm not playing these games. So the masochistic games, guys, are over. When you're awakening, you don't want them anymore. Neither in your relationships or your own attitude to yourself. Less and less you will self-punish yourself and will release yourself. With anyone who wants to pull you into the conflict, you will say, I'm not interested. It won't be catching you. So you'll have puzzle inside you, which will attract another puzzle. It's more and more free, more and more loving, more and more positive, if you like, to give this assessment to what's going on. Let's say more constructive than destructive, because we have the energy of creativity and creation and the energy of destruction or decay. And what side you will take, this is up to you. But for sure, we all are programmed for very early self-destruction and subconscious suicide through our actions, unconscious behavior, and consumptions. Consumptions of all sorts. More destructive, for sure, drugs, alcohol, and less destructive and covered is food. But it destroys not less, in perspective. So we are not endlessly self-healing, because this is a trap. The more you touch emotionally to the trauma itself, the more you will be enhancing this trauma. Consider your life as some sort of facts which was stretched throughout time. Facts, nothing else, like incoming data with which you're working. Okay, what we have? I'm opening my brain, mental lobotomy, and saying, I see this in me, this, and this is because of this. And it's interesting to self-investigate. Why it's called self-investigation? Because you have to investigate each your response, each your emotion which arises in your body when someone outside behaves like this or that, and you ask yourself why I'm reacting like this, what the situation delivers, what information it gives me, and why I have this response. So with time, gradually all your most painful patterns will lose their influence on you and will stop blocking your actions. And this is complete childhood trauma healing, because you realize that you were never even this child. You shifted your perception and started to perceive everything personally. If you would be observant, there would be just a movie with some certain events happening, which are not good or bad. It's just the process of life. Life lives itself. When we are identified with ego in childhood, sure, some people can really have trauma of imprisoned abuse or something like this, right? So we cannot just observe like a child there, and we could not. But now, I'm saying only about present moment now, when we've got through all this, our own history, and we're still alive, why suffering? Why keep on feeding this again and again? This is the main idea I want to deliver, that you need to detach from the sadomasochistic behavior towards yourself, first of all. And then your flow will be unblocked